We're a bit rushed here at the moment. He's just shut up shop and we did arrive a little bit late. So I'm Steve and this is the Chippy Tour and I support fish and chip shops nationwide and incognito, so no special treatment. SwiftOrder are supporting me on this mission to celebrate real independent Chippies. They're a family-run company helping takeaways offer online ordering without paying commissions. If you'd like to take orders online or you're fed up with paying high fees, SwiftOrder is an easy, reliable platform with one clear, low monthly cost. It's simple to use and is backed by a UK support team that's always there to help. Right, what we've got here, we've got Sue's choice, which is a cheese sausage wrap. So let's just, to see what's inside it, I'm just going to cut a little bit off. I got stuck straight into that little bit there and it was absolutely delicious. But let's have a little look in here. You wouldn't have been able to, I opened it up, you wouldn't have been able to make head and a tail of it. But there's the battered sausage. Okay, we've got a minted yogurt sauce on there. And it's all mixed in there with the salad. And like I say, I've just had that other little bit there and it was absolutely delicious. So let's give this back to Sue. But you know what? I love the idea of the battered sausage in that wrap. It was really good. We're a bit rushed here at the moment. He's just shut up shop and we did arrive a little bit late. Lovely fellow. This is their large cod and small chips. You know what? There's a lot of weight in there. Speaking to the gentleman, like a very lovely fella. Him and his wife set this up like 25 years ago. And they've done really, really well. Chips are quite uniform. But they have got a nice flavour. Surprisingly crisp. So let's get stuck into this. I want to try foods that they make in-house. Like a nice tartar sauce. I love a nice tartar sauce. But you really don't get it very often. I like the Stokeses. Stokeses? I like the Stokes tartar sauce sachets. But I'm not a big fan on some of the others. Now I haven't got any tartar sauce here. Let's break this open. That looks nice, doesn't it? Okay. Battered a little bit heavy on the bottom. Definitely needs lightening up a little bit, that. Let's have a little go at the fish. Where's my fork? That's a nice piece of fish. Yeah. Now we passed through a town on the way down here. We're on our way to Bristol, so we just thought we'd stop for lunch. The smell of fish was too much. We had to just basically walk out. Now, I'm not going to put good money after bad in a situation like that for the sake of a review. Sure, I could have reviewed it. It might have been a smell from something else, something earlier, something, I don't know, the week before. Whatever it was, I didn't like it. So we both, Sue and I, came out of there. Now, like you say, well, yeah, but you could have reviewed that and give it a 1. I'm interested in looking for fish and chip shops that I can give a 1 to. I want to survive the end of the meal. Now, I could have got the fish and it would have smelled perfectly fresh. It could have been perfectly fresh. But you know what I mean. When you walk into a place and it stinks of fish, that's not electrical. And then the next one, in the town that we went through a while back, couldn't even say hello. Just looked at you, looked away. Got on the phone and jibber-jabbering away. We were the only people there, and him. And I thought, you know, and we stood there for a minute. I said to Sue, I said, now, come on. You know, we need to find Chippies that we can get people to go to, not avoid like the plague. And it's okay saying, yeah, but you could have done it because it could have warned others. Well, the food might have been fantastic, but I just wasn't in the mood to do that chippy. Maybe I will do it again in the future, which is why I haven't mentioned it. And who knows? We just don't know. But on the day, That's all I can go off as a reviewer. Like you go stay a night in a hotel room. If you find it horrible, the bedding's all crumpled, or it seems like someone slept in your bed, or whatever, and you give it a 1 star, it could have just been a bad day, you may say. But you can only go off what it's like at the point that you're there. So, the batter's a bit heavy for me. But at the same time, it's so tasty. Now, I'm told people come from miles around for this one. Yeah, I can believe it. The customer service is fabulous. I'm going to throw a little bit of vinegar on there to cut through that a little bit. And hope that Sue hasn't finished all that battered sausage cheese wrap, because that was nice. That was really nice. So it's back to the computer. We'll look at some reviews, a low one, somewhere in the middle, and mine. We'll see you there. Let's have a look at some reviews. 1 star. Nice bloke. However, batter was like rubber and not proper chips. 3 star. Had fish chips. It's a pity one cannot get any salad in many places like this in the UK. Would pop in much more often if they served it. 5 star. Nice end to the day in Ludlow. The fish and chips we had were excellent. Mine. 4 star. While on a long drive, we called into the Codfather because we were famished and it was en route. The owner was very friendly and polite, and although the shop was small and well organised, it would benefit from a bit of an update. I ordered the large cod and chips and the battered sausage wrap. The cod was a good size, thick and fresh, with a subtle flavour and crispy, though slightly doughy batter. The chips were relatively thin, though tasty and crispy, and there was no shortage. The wrap held a large battered sausage with surprisingly crispy batter, considering it had been sealed inside with mayonnaise and fresh salad. Overall, it was a lovely local chippy with excellent customer service, cooking in oil, hygiene rating 4, fish reviewed, large, cod. See you on the next one.